This is Ryan's lagoon. I don't know who Ryan is, where Ryan came from, or more importantly, where Ryan went. I'm thinking maybe he's somewhere in there, or he's slithering along in here somewhere too, because we've seen a lot of Ryan. By that I mean snakes. Is Ryan in here? Maybe he's in there. So if you want to come see what's going on in a wetland and watch me walk through here and battle with a bunch of snakes, then you're in the right spot. I don't think we could have asked for better timing. Nope. Cattle are going back through right now. We couldn't be a minute earlier. Perfect. So this side is actually a dairy farm, and we have to come through at exactly 9:30 before the 300 head strong of cattle come straight through. Now we're gonna go do a wetland down in there. But there are so many flies. So many flies.
I look very professional.
Very. Yeah, you know what? If you weren't here,
there would be no numbers.
There would be no numbers.
And there would be no PhD thesis. And your name would be wiped from the face of the earth. He has arrived at 8.4 meters at a depth of 20 centimeters. And now he takes a water sample so he could put this little glass jar into the turbidity light beam that will tell him his NTU unit after he's done with 2 sampling points. But now he just needs to put it into his little pocket so it doesn't disappear.
Whoa. David Attenborough, is that you? Narrating like that?
The most important role is the person who carries the most valuable is a paper and a pencil. Now, the second most important role for any scribe is not only holding the most valuable item, but also having the most important trait on this planet, patience. See, at any moment, I have to stand in silence, waiting for an X amount of time and be ready for any command or task or aid.
Well, whilst discount David Attenborough was navigating, didn't even realize that I just fell over. Oh, it's getting bloody hot though, I tell you that. And the worst part is, as soon as I start sweating, the sunscreen starts going into my eyeballs. Oh, go away, flies. I've had enough. I've already had enough and I haven't even completed one site.
I should give you my face mask.
God, no. Oh, I don't want anything on my face. I don't even want my skin on my face right now. But thank you, though. All right, temperature, 24.73. DO percent, 131. DO milligrams a litre, 10.89. All right, moving on. Oh, yep. Oh. Chunky. Wish me luck. Oh, I've arrived.
He has arrived.
All right, temperature, 21.92. Oh.
Wilson has made it.
Wilson. Professor Wilson to you. Dr. Wilson, that's someone off house. All right, next transect. Ooh. Ooh. What time is it? Like 10:30? 10:40 and I'm already delusional. Perfect. Down in there, looks good. Oh, I've made it. All right, here looks just wonderful. My foot has disappeared.
Check on mine. Where's my... Depth 30 centimeters.
Yep. Just like a newborn baby, giving it a bath. Now, my child, tell me something.
You can't if you're drowning it.
Well, how else do you keep children? Oh,
You make a lot of sounds.
I do make a lot of sounds. I make a lot of fucking sounds. That's my way of venting tiredness. SPC 94.4, pH is 6.89.
He dips his cylinder glass into the shallow waters of a swampy.
Okay, you've upgraded from eBay David Attenborough to Amazon David Attenborough.
Is that an upgrade?
Substrate is, now I'm gonna give you one guess.
I'm not fine.
But the substrate is. So this site, it looks kind of gross, just like a lot of the other sites. You can see this kind of like surface film of algae across the water, but this site has something very, very, very cool. Rocks. And I know that sounds very strange, but these are river stones, and more importantly, it's filled with a heap of gravel throughout here. What I hypothesized the entire time of my PhD is that I would find mussels in areas of large volumes of gravel. And you think, why? Well, that's because of carp, an invasive fish species that likes to destroy everything by filter feeding through all of the silt and sediment on the bottom, and then making the water all disgusting and yucky. Now, I know it doesn't look it, but in reality, this water is actually kind of clear. It looks yucky on the surface, but I can actually see about 2 feet deep, which is comparative to most places. That's pretty good. What's even more impressive is there are live mussels in here, exactly what I'd hoped for. And then even better, there is juvenile mussel shells that I found. It means that they've been breeding. So here we have 2 mussels. One of them is dead and one of them is alive. Can you tell by looking at them which one's dead and which one's alive? There might be a little bit of a challenge, but I'll give you a pretty big hint. This one doesn't have a mussel in it. This one, however, is alive. It's weighted, and when I picked it up, the actual mussel was coming out. I'll show you again another video up here of what that looks like. But yeah, very, very similar. You can tell these guys are basically exactly the same age as well. Mussels live for up to about 20 years, the billabong mussel. So we will depart our empty friend, because it is a lovely habitat for something else, and our live friend, which I'll place a bit more gently down, back into the waterway. Very cool. When I feel around down here, I found another mussel. I don't know if you can tell, but this one's a fair bit smaller, and they're getting smaller and smaller. Believe it or not, younger ones and smaller ones is better than finding older ones, because I'm not concerned about them living like to an old age. I'm concerned about them breeding. Mussels require other fish species to actually reproduce. So what a mussel does is shoots out a strand of Glochidia, and Glochidia are like kind of like young little mussels in a different development stage though. Just kind of like a fetus in a pregnant woman. A native fish comes along and goes, ooh, yum, grabs that Glochidia. The Glochidia then gets stuck on the gills and the fins of the fish as they swim around, and between a few weeks to a couple of months, that Glochidia develops into a little baby version of this, a little baby mussel, and then drops off. And that's how a freshwater mussel reproduces. So when I see smaller mussels, that means that they're breeding, and it's an excellent sign of aquatic health in these waterways. So we say goodbye to our mussel friend, and we set it on its way, and it can make some more Glochidia for the next generation. So this right here is a little juvenile mussel. And you can see it's much smaller. This is a live one. This is not just a shell. So finding this is, it may seem weird, but this is one of the happiest days of my year so far, finding this. For a PhD student studying mussels, to find a little juvenile mussel. Oh.
Just so excited to eat it later.
No. But this means I will be definitely coming back to this site. So out here in the swamp, same one that I just found the mussels in, we've got a bunch of aquatic plants growing down there. That might not seem like a lot to anyone, but it is a lot to me. And that is because all these plants are covered in fish eggs. So you see all the little white dots kind of hanging off each? All of those has a little baby fish inside. And if you look really closely, you can see a little black dot, new little life. And so this is just smothering the entire floor out there. I only picked this up because I didn't know what plant this was at the time. But now I realize that I've dislodged a bunch of small children. Just where the small children came from, as all small children do, we send them back into the swamp. We say, bye-bye children, enjoy life. I've forgotten my stick. I'll never leave you again, I'm so sorry. You're safe at last. Me and this stick, we shall never part ways again. Oh darling, I'm so sorry. No, go on without me.
He's just speared.
That was not a bad javelin throw.
He's speared.
Time to get my my cold beer out of the fridge. Mmm. So good and tasty. So what is your guess? How turbid is this water? Now, to give you an idea, this is crystal clear. We've got 0 NTU. This is 800. This is like opening a can of soft drink. And right in the middle, here's 100. You can see just like kind of an opaque texture. Well, let's find out. 11.17. So we are somewhere between these two. Yes, they do look basically exactly the same. What does that mean? I don't know yet, but I hope I find out in the next year. Now for my final magic trick, I'm gonna make my enthusiasm disappear.
Why do you want to do that?
I don't want to, it just seems to happen naturally after about 9 hours of work. Well, at least it's the final sight for today. And I love the thought of I'm in a suit that is all one connected thing. So if a snake decided to enter my suit, the snake does not leave.
It will stay there.
It will stay there. It's now its home. Okay, off we go. Well, even though this is called Ryan's Lagoon, I'm just really hoping I don't encounter Ryan, because I don't know what Ryan looks like. Where do I want to put number 1?
Yeah.
All right, we will go here. And the snake is over there. I can hear it. Doesn't this look delightful? And I've arrived. Depth is 30. Oh, let me just, excuse me, please. Oh yeah, wait. I'm happy. We have floating heartwort. Would you like to hazard a guess why it's called that?
It's shaped like a heart.
Oh, mate. I knew I worked with some big brain people, but yes, it's shaped like a mini heart. Oh, here's one of the yellow flowers I was talking about. Another fun fact is, I'm wearing sunglasses right now. Actually not anything to do with the sun. I'm using this because sunglasses, a lot of them have polarizing lenses, and polarizing lenses allow you to see through the water a little easier, so I can actually see more aquatic plants. Fun fact for the day.
Take that, science.
Yeah, take that, science. Yeah. Man, dirty. Oh. And a really irritating consequence about the fun fact I told you about my glasses. I don't know if you've ever gone next to a screen, like a laptop or a TV, when you have glasses on, and you can only see it from a certain angle. Yeah, I'm currently battling with that right now.
Science always wins.
Oh, science always wins, but Patrick always loses. I don't think we're going to do all of these today, though, because it's, I think about almost 6 p.m. or something. So we'll pick it up tomorrow. Right, we are back in Ryan's Lagoon, and it is blistering hot already. And I think it's going to get up to, what? 39 degrees Celsius. Oh, but it is nice with my arms underwater. Yeah, well, actually, I can tell you exactly how cool it is. Well, it is a nice 24.70 degrees Celsius. It's actually quite nice compared to the air, which is already like 29. And pH is 6.46. Wowee. Okay, so in terms of plants, we're surrounded by quite a few different species here, and that covers using my stick all the way out behind me over here. Using this pole, I can draw a 21.3 meter circle around me. Why 21.3 meters? Because that's the length of the pole in my arm. If I put my arm out with this stick all the way out here, yeah, plus my arms. If I put my arm all the way out with my stick, which goes out further than you can see, that is the radius of a circle. I square the radius and then times that by pi, I get the area of a circle. I'm sensing there's going to be a fair bit of this, but my GoPro turned off because it's too hot. It seems to be happening on the daily now, if that gives you an idea of how hot it is. And my sample has been keeping cool in my pocket. So kind. Lovely. Ready to go? Ready, spaghetti?
The leader shows the way.
The leader does show the way. Straight into the... Oh yeah, I was about to say straight into the snake-infested area. Yeah, it is because, what, I scare the snake and then it comes towards you. Yeah. Excellent. I mean, terrible. Yes, you're my sacrifice now. Ryan's sacrifice. Oh, do you reckon we'll pick up on their trail, Cam? Yes, believe it or not, we are not the only scientists that come here. Oh boy! Well, no time like the present. We can start with my favorite activity, touching the soil and squishing it between my fingers. Okay, it's definitely fine with organics. Good toss. Now you might ask yourself, how do I know how much these plants are covering down in the waterway if I can't see anything? Well, I just take subsamples. So I take little samples of areas and then I do that about 10, 15 or so times to average out the larger area that I normally go with. You see a black snake, do you? Whereabouts? Alright, hold on, I'll come back in for a second. We have a snake interruption. Ah, yes.
That's the red belly?
Yes. In the grass just here. You know, I'm no professional on the matter, but I think there is cause for debris present. Actually, I am the professional on the matter. What am I saying?
Ow!
Yeah. Oh yeah? Give me your best one.
Ow!
Are you okay? Did you hurt yourself? Yeah, okay. Okay, we have arrived. You can reel it in a little bit. Cyanobacteria. And then a little note, very small.
Very small.
Yeah. Substrate's just fine. Less than 1%. Uh-oh. No, 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 no. Don't enter the water. I'm stuck here.
How did I not hear that?
So the problem that now lies between me...
Jennifer and the... It's coming at you! Oh, it's close.
Yeah, no kidding.
You think you wanted to attack me?
No, I just wanted some water. Yeah, just keep in mind that snakes are very competent swimmers and they will outswim or you or me. Did I give you the for this data? Yes, yes, anyway, go back to your work. Not that anything else is important here. That was very close to you. It's like a meter. Yikes. Nine. Almost at a meter. Still almost at a meter. We've arrived. Oh, and apparently half of the environment has arrived with me too. All of this is like decaying plants, and you'd be like, how did this get here? When this water like drops significantly, all the invasive grasses like from farming will start to grow, and this is them all here kind of dead and decaying. You can see them all like sprouting up through here. Final transect done at Ryan's Lagoon. I think Ryan's a bloody snake. I mean in maybe the literal sense. Maybe Ryan's actually just a snake.
All in one piece?
Hope so. Alright, let's get out of here before Ryan comes back. So this right here, what I'm standing on, is a wombat burrow. And wombats are actually, they dig a pretty big hole that will go all the way over here. And in fact, wombats also do a really interesting thing where they have square poo. It doesn't look it, but you can see, they make like flat edges on them.
Hi, editing me here. Yeah, wombats' poo is square because they don't like their poo rolling away. And now, why would you not want your poo to roll away? Well, obviously so you can show other people that you've pooed there. Yeah, well, specifically it's so that other rivals know that they've pooed there. Strange behavior, anyway.
It's very weird behavior. Wombats can be a really big problem for farmers because you can imagine driving along in your tractor and then all of a sudden, dunk, and you know, your tractor just smashes in half because you've fallen into a wombat burrow. And if you have a heap of them, you can see how they can really destroy some farming landscape. Not the wombat's fault, not the farmer's fault, but you can see the kind of complications there. Additionally, if you ever hear of someone hitting a wombat with their car, people describe it as hitting like a bag of bricks. That's because wombats have like a hardened plate that goes across their back as like a protective layer, I think it's keratin and bone. People hit it and it's like, it just destroys the front of their car for something that's only about this big. Poor wombats, they don't deserve it.
How far can the brown snakes leap?
Quite a distance. I believe it's at least like a couple of meters. Okay, so they can do covering distance up to their own body length or more in a strike. So if they're in like a ball like that and it's a 1.5 meter long snake, well, that's 1.5 meters. If you see a brown snake, we are violently going the other direction. You go nowhere near it. It doesn't matter what you got there, you just wait until it's gone. They are nothing to stuff around with. So right there, that's a brown snake. We don't like brown snakes at all. So all the red-bellied black snakes that we've been seeing, they're okay in comparison. We just saw one over there. It's not that the brown snake is the most venomous in Australia, because it's not. It's the inland coastal taipan. It's that the brown snake is extremely aggressive. All the red-bellied black snakes that we've been seeing along here, they see us and they go, oh, and run away. I don't know, maybe we smell bad or something? What do you reckon?
That's you.
Yeah, I smell bad. That's why all the flies are on me. But the brown snake, no, it doesn't care. It sees you, it will attack you. That's why there's so many deaths recorded for the eastern brown snake. Compared to the inland coastal taipan, which is the most venomous in the world, there is very, very few because the inland coastal taipan is very shy, whereas the brown snake is extremely venomous and extremely aggressive. So yes, we have seen that snake and we've decided to go nowhere near that. We're going to go get Jen some waders on and we're going to just walk through the water instead because at least we can see them very easily. Just keep in mind that snakes are very competent swimmers and they will outswim or you or me. Now, if you enjoyed this video, subscribe, comment, like, do whatever, lick the monitor. It doesn't really bother me, but all of the aforementioned really help with channel growth. Cheers.